What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Topic of Discussion. I am your host, Miles Berry. Without further introduction, let's get right into it. So today's topic is titled Everything is Not What It Seems. Again, the topic for today is Everything is Not What It Seems. I chose this topic because a lot of times we look at other people's life, we like to compare, we like to see what other people are doing, just basically just in their lives, right? And we look at the world, we compare what we're reading on the news, we compare what we're seeing on social media, we compare everything to our lives, right? So when you're doing that, you're comparing a false reality. I'm not here to tell you that everybody's living a false reality, but at times people are living a false reality. A lot of times people only post the good, right? A lot of times if you're on social media, you're not gonna post when your light bill just got turned off. You're not gonna post if you just went through a divorce. You're not gonna post your down moments in your life. Everything is positive that you're putting out on the internet that makes you seem like you're living a perfect life. You're gonna post the vacation pictures. You're gonna post maybe when you just got engaged, but you're not gonna post the times where money was tight or you just lost your job or the rent was due and you didn't know how you were gonna pay for it. That you've been borrowing money for people. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's gonna post the positive aspect when we look at social media. People want you to see them in a positive limelight. So therefore, we don't know people's true stories and what they're going through. And I'm not saying this for everybody because some people live a great life and there's nothing going wrong. Like everybody goes through things, but it can be better off than others. But at the same time, I want us to understand that everything is not what it seems. So therefore, we might be um, comparing our life to people on social media or comparing our life to the conversations that we have or interactions that we have with people, and we're saying, hey, my life is not going like this, or man, why do they have it so good but I don't, or why is this happening in my life, or why is this. But I want us to understand that everybody goes through their own situations, and regardless of how good it seems, everybody has their own situations that they're going through, their personal challenges, you know what I mean? And I get on this platform and I speak, and you guys hear me say, okay, everybody's going through things. Sometimes people are facing addictions, people are facing childhood trauma that they're still trying to get through in their life. But at the same time, they're not going to speak on that. They're always going to speak on the positive line. Like they're going to post the pictures from the vacation. They're going to post they just moved and got a new condo or new apartment, new house. They're going to post these things because they want their life to be in the limelight. They want to post the positive aspect. So that's why I like to emphasize to people that when you look at social media, don't take it so serious. Like understand that people are going through things just like we are. So don't look at social media and be like, oh, everybody's living like this or everybody got their life together. No, they don't. So when we start comparing ourselves, and I go back to my favorite little topic that I made, I mean, sorry, not topic, but quote, is the art of comparison is the creation to evil. The art of comparison is the creation to evil. And I live by that quote. That quote means a lot to me. I made it, and I feel like it's a very powerful quote because when you compare your life to other people, you create these evil amongst yourself, amongst your perspective, and amongst how you start going about your life. So, therefore, when you start that comparison stage, just understand that, all right, if I start comparing my life, this is how my outlook can be. If I start talking to this person and I start feeling myself going and comparing my life to theirs, understand this might change my perspective or this might change my viewpoint to this. So when we go through things in life, just understand everything is not what it seems. Just because we see it on TV, just because we see it on social media, just because we hear it out people's mouth, don't think everybody got their life together. And it's okay not to have your life together. It's okay. It's okay, regardless of your age, regardless of how much money you have in your savings account, what you're going through, if you're in between jobs, if you're dealing with children, if you're dealing with trauma in your childhood, or trauma right now in your life that you're still trying to get through, understand that it's okay. And with that being okay, understand that you don't have to compare your life to everybody else's. Understand that what you have right now is enough. And I'm not saying it's enough for you to, oh my gosh, I'm living my best life, but it's enough to move on to that next stage in your life. It's enough to get you through. And when I say get you through right now to get you to where you need to be or where you want to be, right? And this is a stepping stone where we're at. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, how many steps we got to take, how long this process is for us to get through. Understand that if you want to get through it, you're going to get through it. And you're taking 10 steps back for every one step forward when you start comparing your life to other people. Again, going back to the quote, the art of comparison is the creation to evil. So therefore, once you start comparing your life, you're taking steps back because you're comparing your life to this person. You don't know what they're going through after they finish having that conversation, or they just posted that. You don't know what they're going home. So they could have posted vacation pictures. Now they're going home trying to figure out how am I going to pay rent this month? I just lost my job. How am I going to find another job? They can be doing this, but they're still going through trauma, trying to figure out how they're gonna get get child support, or get the money for child support, or how they're going to be there for their child, or how they're going to get custody of their child. So there's so many things and aspects when you're looking at other people's life and trying to compare your life to theirs. Like, just be happy and focus on yourself. That's why everybody says just focus on you, because it's so important. When you're able to focus on yourself, you're not allowing yourself to have outside distractions on your life. And you guys heard me speak about this before, about wearing the blinders. So when you wear those blinders, you try your best to eliminate those outside distractions so you can focus on your life going forward. So everything is not what it seems. So stop trying to compare your life to other people, to other things, and focus on your life in the road that you're taking to be successful, the road that you're taking to come out of the situation that you're going through, the road that you're taking to relieve yourself from the trauma that you're going through, the road that you're taking just to be happy. And stop worrying about how much money that you have, what's going on in your life. Stop worrying about everything else and just focus on what you need to do with what you have. Not what you don't have, but what you have. And stop looking at the news. Stop looking at what other people got. Stop listening so hard and just focus on yourself. Our life will go so much better if you just focus on yourself, because through focusing on yourself, it will make you more focused on your goals, and also it will allow you to understand yourself, right? Because sometimes we just need to hold that mirror up and see the reflection that we're putting out. And some of our reflections are negativity. They're evil spirits. They're evil. It's evil amongst us that we're displaying to the world, but more so to ourselves. And we don't owe that to ourselves, right? We owe ourselves everything for the things that we went through, the challenges that we face. We owe ourselves the happiest and most joyful life. So why take that away from yourself by comparing your life to everything and everybody? That's not you. So again, everything is not what it seems. Focus on your life, focus on yourself, and just be happy with what you have. And understand that if you're not happy with where you are right now, this doesn't have to be an end all be all in the position that you're in. It's a stepping stone to get out your position. But at the same time, to get out of this chapter that you're in, you have to understand you got to hold that mirror up and see the reflection that you're presenting. And understand that, look, this is what I have right now. So let me work with what I got to get to where I'm trying to go. Not let me look at everything that everybody else is doing and compare that to mine so I can be upset about what I don't have, right? And now I'm not being grateful for what I do have, and not understanding that I could be less fortunate, or I could have these problems going on in my life and it can be so much worse. So now I'm being ungrateful to the things that I have, and now it's hindering me from moving forward to be in the position that I want to be in. So let's just hold that reflection up and see if you're happy. See if it's a smile when you hold that reflection up. You get what I'm saying? So I just want us to change our perspective. Everything is not what it seems. Topic of discussion, Miles Berry, we out.